episode 1, season 3, and I can't believe this is season 3. I want to say first and foremost to all the supporters and all the listeners out there, thank you for rocking with us for this long period of time. I'll be honest, I didn't know that we will be going this far with this. With all your help, at making this possible. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know I don't want to speak for my co-host, by the way. This is Karen.
Hello.
Deanna. I call her Didi. I know there was somebody who asked me, why do you call her Didi? I'm like, I call her Didi, but her real name is Deanna.
That's right.
I'm so sorry. So her full name is Deanna. So for all the listeners, if you're on the listening part of it, go to YouTube. You can see Karen and Deanna.
Yeah.
AKA Didi. But no, today is we're gonna talk about focus. And before we jumped on, you actually say that you're not really being focused, and I'm talking to you, Deanna.
Yeah.
Why is that? Like, what's going on? Like, why you're not focused?
It's because I'm just stuck in the house right now, and it's like I really have nowhere to go, nothing to do, and my mind is not being occupied by anything. It's just like floating in the air. And it's like I don't have a schedule, and I'm a scheduled person, so I feel
But you're a Libra.
Yeah, I know.
Like this whole entire month, like we just like we bonded, like we grew together. Like you feel me? Like yo, like we just sat down, like yo, we got the same mind, and you telling me that you're not using your mind in this time?
I'm not. Like it's bad. I'm a scheduled person. I like to have schedules. And
Okay.
it's like one thing is like throwing me off. I just don't want to do anything.
Okay,
And I'm very like, I get irritated real quick.
Okay.
Because I have nothing to occupy like what I'm doing. So I'm very active. I love going out. I'm an adventurous person.
Okay.
So the fact that I'm stuck in the house and I can't do anything,
It's like driving you crazy.
drive me crazy. Like I'm going to bed at 4:00 like a.m. Yeah, waking up at like 2 p.m. It's bad. Like
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not like that. So it's like it just I have no structure, and it's like I have no motivation, and I know
It's just all downhill.
it's downhill.
Oh damn. Okay. So
and I'm not like a techie person.
I
So
guess you're not a Libra then, because
I'm a Libra.
It don't sound like it. Like I'm like really taking advantage of this moment and this time. Like I'm doing like photography. I became a media whiz. I mean, I can't even tell you half the stuff that I'm doing.
Jeez.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
What? I don't even sleep no more. I mean, I'm doing e-learning. Actually, before I get off that rent, or let me get off that rent, how is the e-learning actually really working for you? Is it really? It's hard.
It's hard. I'm not like an online type of person. I'm more face to face. You have to like show me what I'm doing so I can actually do it. Like you have to talk to me and coach me. But this like conference calls and stuff like that, like I don't like it.
Are you doing Zoom, FaceTime? What you doing? Joining
some
me?
classes are doing Zoom.
Okay.
Others are doing it's kind of like Blackboard.
Yep,
It's called we have like Canvas.
Okay.
And we have like conferencing on there, so we do the conferencing part, but they don't like it's not as personal.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I don't like asking questions in class, so I'll go to the office hours and I'll ask my question. I don't like asking questions with like ton of like people around me. And it's like I have lecture classes where it's like 70 people plus. I'm not asking my question with 70 people plus, and it's like, you didn't know that? Like, I'm not trying to look dumb, so like, you can't do that. So I just, like, that's where I go to the office hours and talk to them. But I don't like it. And then like, I get a headache from like all the like, I lose motivation. Like, some classes, they're doing mandatory classes because they know they can easily skip it. Yeah. So it's mandatory, but what I do, which is not good, but what I do is I log...
Skip the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
For real, right?
It's not good. It's not good,
but... forget about that. Is it mandatory? Not
right? It's not good, but what I do is I log on and I walk away. Cause like...
Are you serious?
Yes, because my name is on it. I literally log on and walk away.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
where my money going?
You feel me?
I'm passing the class though.
Whoa, you just said. Hold up. You just said.
You just threw yourself under the bus for that one.
But I'm passing your money's not going to waste. I'm passing the class.
How you gonna log in and walk away?
Because I'm passing the class.
How are you passing the class and you're logging in and walking away? That doesn't make sense.
So literally, they change everything to online. So like all the books, it's literally all online. I don't have to listen to the lecture. Lecture's dead. I don't have to do that no more. So everything's online. So it's like I can literally learn online. There's no point of having actual classes.
So if that's the case, then why you log in?
Do you want to scream this?
Because.
Can't throw that.
No, you can't.
Because Because they said it's mandatory. If I don't go, points get taken out of my actual grade.
You just told on yourself.
Whoa, hey, listen. You said focus, right? I'm being honest. I didn't go say you're
Okay, can we just revise this here about being focused and being honest? There's two different topics we're talking about.
I'm being
Talking about
focused
being
and honest. I'm doing both right now. Anyways,
believe I log in and walk away.
I'm being honest.
not for
Because
nothing,
that's
Edison
how
is
my
being honest,
that's
though.
how my focus
You gonna
is.
tell all that? I would
I'm
never ever tell that part. Like, yeah, I log in, I listen. I may not, some things I may miss, but the walk away.
I won't say walk away, but I logged on and I took a shower. Just
You walk
because
away.
they can't hear me, so it's kind of like
Oh God.
you said focus. I don't have focus right now in my life. I'm just all over the place. We're talking about that,
Can
right?
we move on, please? Because I just can't believe
Oh,
that my child will log in for school and walk away. Yo, that just took me on another level.
I'm still passing the class
How?
because like the testing and like the homework is all online. I don't have to listen to what she says.
Then how are you getting the information?
Online. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so then why? Okay. So then why do you feel you have to log? Okay, never mind. Go on.
Everybody just keep going. Okay, next.
Never mind.
Let's just move on before she kill you. Okay.
What is this class?
It's math.
No, when?
Oh, when? I don't even know.
You don't
Yeah,
know?
you do.
It's pretty
I will be
bad.
in your room every day. All day.
though.
Your room now
I'm
became my
passing the
office.
class. And honestly, like I'm being serious too. Like the lectures. No, I'm being serious.
Like she
now.
wasn't before.
Hey.
I'm being serious. The lectures are like 15 minutes tops, and that's it. Everything is so quick. It's like, okay, let's do it 15 minutes and let's walk away. In reality, that's how the professor is literally saying things. Like she's literally saying, like, let's do this real quick and let's leave. And it's like, we ain't going
You had
nowhere.
already left.
So there's no point in
I
even
don't
going in
think
the
that
first
she was
place.
already there in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like if they're not
I don't get
and the
this.
part of it is they're not really teaching us anything. It's just like review that I already know. So it's like there's no point of even like lecturing. There's really no point. So it's like if I log on, yeah, I get the credit for being there, but it's like I know what I'm doing. Like there's no point. And everything's online. Like I have like an online teacher, like a system. So what's the point of having a teacher there?
I mean, not for nothing. I even heard from teachers that they're not teaching new material. They only just reviewing the material that they already know. So
Okay, and I get that part, but floors me. You log in and walk away.
Yeah, because I have to get credit for
that
being
right
there.
there is like, I mean, there's another word you couldn't use besides walk away.
Well, I log on, then I proceed to get up from my seat, and I leave my phone there, and I go downstairs, get some food, and I come back in 15 minutes. And by the time it comes back, it's already over.
Details of what she
I'm
did.
just
Never mind.
saying.
Ty, can we go to the next question?
okay, cool. All right.
I'm like, wow.
So
Okay.
pretty much e-learning is not working for you.
Yeah, no, it's not working
let's
for
put it like
me.
that. We just established that e-learning is not working for you.
No.
Cool. All right.
No.
You are a visual learner. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Walk
Woo.
away.
Um,
That's my new word.
Look-
Walk
look-
away.
bitch, walk away. Why? So, you mentioned that you are a structured person. Would you call yourself a extrovert or introvert?
Introvert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you self-motivated?
Depends. It honestly depends on like what I'm learning, what I'm doing. If I'm really into it, yeah, I can be very self motivated. But if it's like I'm struggling and it's not what I'm interested in, it's like I don't care.
That's fair.
So,
That's
yeah.
fair. That's most people.
Yeah.
That's fair. So you said that you want a PhD when?
Before I hit 30.
Okay.
So either when I am 30 or before I hit 30. So I'm not really
Okay. Give me like an actual age.
30
30.
Yeah.
Okay.
in 10 years. Let's do 10
10
years.
years. So you got 1 decade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously, this whole or this pandemic that we in, nobody saw. I mean, everybody's blindsided. So most people don't have nothing in play to, financially, education. There's nothing in play for a structure to help us get out of it. So my question is and this is more like an inside joke, so for all the viewers and the listeners, you probably won't understand what I'm about to say, but she knows where I'm about to go at. If we just had this bond last time we was on the air talk about we are Libras, and Libra focus on balance and doing things that most people don't like to do. So now you kind of know where I'm about to go with this. Why are you not utilizing the time that you have now to better yourself for a decade of what you want to be?
I honestly don't. I think right now it's like I don't know how to handle it.
Handle what?
what's going on. Like I don't know how to balance like dealing with this pandemic and also dealing with my life and where it's at right now.
What's more important?
My life.
So
in my future.
Why are you focusing based on the pandemic that you can't
Because
control?
it's affecting my life in a sense. Whereas like I don't know, like it wasn't in my life. It wasn't a time where it was kind of like life altering, like changing moments. This is the first time it actually happened to me. So it's like I'm trying to like see where I fit in all this. And I am like a very introverted person, so I say to myself I don't really go out that much. But I find myself now like I want to go out. I don't want to be stuck into like this one
I want a cheeseburger.
Like it's just
like seriously, I want a cheeseburger. I don't really eat cheeseburger, but I want a cheeseburger.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. Like it's just I know that like I will get a pattern where it's like I can be on the schedule, but it's just right now I don't have the self motivation to even like do that. I just every time like I get up, it's kind of like okay, day passes me by. Next day, let's go. That's just literally how I feel. But I know like I will get a pattern, but it's gonna take some time. But
Says who?
I know how I am.
Okay.
Everyone's different, but when I first went to my college, like that took me a while to get adjusted. I called my mom every single day.
Oh,
like
did you?
I can't do this. Like it was.
Really?
Yeah. I lost like so much weight from stressing. Like for me to adjust, it takes a long time because I'm not used to that. I'm used to being in my comfort zone or like at least being comfortable enough to like be okay.
Right.
But when I'm like thrown off to a complete different like environment, I'm just stranded. Like okay.
See, this is a whole new Didi that I'm witnessing because talk about comfortable. Like I know as a Libra, for me, I'm saying a Libra because we like to bond with the whole Libra stuff. That comfort zone does not apply to us. Like that whole frame of mind or being in the comfort zone, for me that scares me. Like if I find myself being comfortable, I freak out. You can definitely ask my brother. Let somebody tell me that they comfortable with me. Oh my God, I cringe. Oh my God, I cringe. Like I can't stand the word comfortable. Like it freaks me out because to me that's death. That's when you stop trying. When you comfortable, that means you all in. You don't want to try no more. You have no thinking of doing anything different than what you're doing right then and there in that moment. There's nothing else. There's nothing that applies to you. Right. That's comfortable.
But I think with Deanna, and this goes back to when she was younger, because remember, she was always to herself. You remember the conversation we had where, it was hard for her to get friends or people will pick on her. And I tell people a lot that what happens in your past, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. It does affect the future. It
does.
Because it's hard for you to transition. So me being her mom, I was her comfort zone. So when she went off to college, and I was nervous and I was scared.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw it.
I was a mess.
I saw it. You told me, let's not talk about it when it was on airtime.
Yeah, because I'll cry in a minute. I'll cry.
I won't talk about it. I won't say nothing.
So it was hard for her, and I didn't know how she was going to manage. Because now her and Devon, you put Devon in the
that boy's crazy. That boy's buck wild. That boy will go fly to the moon and back and do whatever. Like, he's fine.
Right. He'll make a way out of a lion's den. He's getting out. You know, where in Deanna's situation where she didn't have a lot of friends. She wasn't around a lot of people. She's never been a people person. Yeah. So when she went off to college, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, Deanna, be careful. Do an interview with your friends. Don't trust a smile. Remember that song BBD?
Watch that eye contact. Remember what I taught you about? We come out to it. You got beautiful eyes. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get my parents. That's what it is. Let me stop playing. Stop playing. Find something else. Find a better pickup line.
Now that played a part. So now she was getting into the swing of things. Right? And now this happened. Yeah. So she's going backwards. Yeah. She was coming out of that comfort zone. And now she's going back into that comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, but my thing is this. It's going to be harder for her to transition out because now you're looking at what? How many months? Since March you've been here. Now you don't go back until August. Yeah. And for school.
Is it like for real?
That's the thing, like we don't know because they're saying that some classes may be still online. So we probably will go back next year, spring. So by that time, I'm like, honestly, like when it comes to socializing, I'm not that person.
All I'm saying, I want my money back.
From school? I mean, listen, they should give you a discount.
Discount? Her bedroom is her dorm.
But technically, she's still getting the material.
Off campus.
Yeah, so whatever you were supposed to pay for room and board, just kind of deduct that, and then the educational part that you pay for. Can't like no.
I pay for a dorm. I pay for her school, right? All that is included. I get it, but deduct and then say pay to the order of Karen Hightower, and then we have no problem.
Hey,
no problem, because her bedroom is not her dorm.
True.
You know what I mean? So hold on, they should be paying me.
Technically, yes.
Right?
Because you're the dean, so you gotta go talk to.
Oh my God, this is a lot.
Right? So I need to investigate about this walk away thing.
That's on you.
That's
on y'all too. That's
I need, if I'm the dean, I need to check into that. But anyhow, okay.
That dean's list.
She better.
I stopped playing. No, I mean, so biggest question that I gotta ask you: are you afraid
of what? If anything, like just in general?
Of the unknown, going back to school, being out of school for too long, just being the norm, like.
To an extent, I would say, like,
okay. What are you
as far
of?
as like going back to school, I am definitely, because again, I'm not a social person, so like I'm in a sense starting. I've been there for like what 2 months. I'm starting all over,
a month and a half,
basically. So I'm like starting all over from like scratch. Like granted, I do have a couple of friends like on campus that I talk to, and they have opened me up a lot, but it's just like. I don't know anybody like that. And I just got in the swing of things as far as picking up at a certain time, going to classes, going to even like we have this thing called the canteen, which is like student center. I'm getting used to going to that, going to Fried Chicken Wednesdays. Like I was in the pattern. I was in the pattern.
Fried Chicken Wednesday.
Yes.
And she was there.
I was there.
Fried Chicken Wednesday.
I was there.
Okay.
I was there. So it was a pattern of me.
And that's
it was a pattern of me to go with them.
And chicken.
I mean, why can't you do fried chicken Wednesday at the house?
You don't fry no chicken.
I mean, who said you gotta eat it? And technically, you can fry chicken without the oil. You can put it in the oven.
Fry no chicken. My house smells like grease. No.
You don't have to use the grease.
That's baked chicken, then, not the grease.
Coat it with olive oil. Put it in the oven. Still get that nice crispy coat.
Be good.
Wow. No, you see it? No, we're good. No, we're good.
Air fryer, we good.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'll do the air fryer.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh gosh. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
all jokes aside, like, I made a post or a rant about fear. You know what I'm saying? About staying focused and don't let fear dictate, where you're going. A lot of people are afraid. I was afraid in the beginning because I'm a small business owner and I need people to obviously buy my product for me to stay about. But I thought about it. I'm not gonna fall. I am not gonna give up. I am not gonna like fold up and be this crying baby like woe is me, what to do. I'm gonna utilize everything that I know. If I don't know something, I'm gonna research it.
That's right.
I'm gonna pick up a book and I'm gonna read. Listen, everybody got time now.
That's right.
So there's no excuse about why can't you learn a new skill? Like going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
4:30ish.
So 4:30. So from that time that you up, you could have been cracking out half of your material way before that material is supposed to be given to you. That's just me personally. Like, I mean, you got time. Like, you staying up till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like,
but I feel there's no point of doing it if I don't understand. Like, that's the thing about me. Like, I am such of a person type person. I can't do this online. Like, if I read about it, I still won't get it. If you told me, you have to show me and talk to me. Like, listen, this is what you do. This is how you do it. This is how it's gonna go. Cool. You cannot give me a book and be like, read. I'm like, okay, I read it, but what's it about? Like, what is this? So like, I get that taking this time out to be productive is a good thing, yes. But what's the point if you're not that type of person to learn that way? Because you can try so hard though, but it's like it's gonna be confusion.
It is a lot though, because I did online for my school. And if you're used to being in a classroom, it does make it easier because I'm a visual learner and I'm a hands-on learner.
I get it.
So when I had to take the online classes, in the beginning was tough.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we had to do discussions. Okay, read chapter 1, 2, and 3. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, hold on. So I understand where she's coming from, but the thing about it is, whatever you're weak in, you got to make that your strength.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, if you know that you're not a certain type of way, this is the great time to learn how to be that. If you know you struggle on not reading books, but reading the material and actually understanding it, then like really focus on that part of it. Just take one step at a time. Read the book. Make sure you ask your mom. Look, I'm here. Like, I'll be happy to read the material with you. It's just like me going back to school all over again. Yeah. Like, shit, I mean, like, I'll be happy to do it. Like, shit. I mean, for me, I'll be your teacher, and you won't walk away. You be radical.
Like, okay, where you going?
Yeah, like, you sit right here, and there's a chalkboard right over there. Like, let's go. Like, I turn this whole place into a lecture hall. It'd be a one-on-one lecture hall. Like, don't play.
And not only that, but some of the things that you're learning, can't you like YouTube it so you can see it?
Everything's online. Everything.
Yeah, so
everything is online. Every lecture, every thesis, I mean, every material that you're going to be learning, it's online. Everything is on it. Somebody already did it. Some teacher already put it on their lecture hall. You just got to Google it. But that's the thing. What are you doing in this time to solidify who you're going to be in the future? That's what I was thinking about. That's the whole part about being focused. Like, again, being scared, it's okay being scared.
Right.
But again, fear, I even broke down fear. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. Listen, it's totally up to you what you want to do with this time. Yeah. If you want to sit there and be like, well, I'm not this type of person, I need this, so when this come back, I just bounce back, then you just waste a whole bunch of time not doing anything. You could have been already a step of the game, or your classmates. So when you do go back to school, when your professor be like, oh, we're going to be talking about Darwin, or we're going to talk about, I don't know if you did, oh my God, what is my favorite guy name? The guy that talked about sex. What?
Freud?
Yes, Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
See?
Oh.
Yeah. He used his thesis on sex to identify different traits in people and stuff like that. I did my paper on him. And how I did it, most people didn't like it because I didn't directly say what he was trying to mean. I just flipped it around. Just pretty much that. But that's a great point. Like, you can kind of Google and use the time that you have now to research and sharpen up your tools. If you're not one way now, who said that you can't be that?
That's true. But just this one class, I just don't like just that one class.
That's fine.
It's just like, I don't know. It is hard because this class, like, when I was on campus, it was already like an online type of class no matter what. So now that I don't have a lecture, it's kind of like, okay, this is going to be a little bit more complicated than I imagined to be because it's computer science.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Yeah,
that's the class where I'm like,
yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that's the class where I'm like, I can't do that. I know I can do it, but it's like, you have to tell me what I have to do. You just can't be like, oh yeah, do this. No, you have to like show me and explain. Yeah. And I feel like with my professor, he is like, do it. And I'm like, what am I doing?
But see, this is a good experience for you, Deanna, because and the reason why I'm saying this is because it's not going to always go the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
So you really have to learn and like, okay, how I learn is different. Everybody learns differently, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to take what they're giving you and make it work for you. So if he talks this, you take down, and what I always do when I listen to people speak, I take notes and I remember keywords that's going to help me to remember exactly what this man is talking about or this woman talking about, the professor. You know what I mean? So this is the time, and I understand what Ty is saying, but this is your first year actually away for school. So you have a lot on your plate. But at the end, there's still no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because you're striving to get something, and let me tell you something else. The higher you go in education, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah. Especially for the PhD.
It doesn't. So you have to literally, you really have to make it work best for you.
But I feel like when I come, like, my downfall, I feel like, is when I get to that, like, part of education, it's like something that I really want to do. So even though, like, it may be a lot of, like, work and stuff like that, it's kind of